What makes a good character? Hmm? Is it their arcs in the story that changes them from one thing to another? Is it the very character personality themselves, the way that is so complex and deep with its rich history? Or maybe it's the way they interact with the other characters around them, the way their behavior is reflected from that past that they have created for themselves. Or is it something else? Something so deep on a fundamental level that you, as the reader, the viewer, etc., can relate to? Or is she just so damn badass?
Alright, on your knees, mortal scum! Including so-called partners! You stand in the presence of power! Mortals, behold! The glory of the kill is mine!
Ladies and gentlemen, meet Power, the blood devil, I suppose? The blood fiend? I'm not really too sure on the Chainsaw Man lore. I guess she is the blood fiend. Because I've only watched the anime, and I'll tell you right now, Power is my favorite character in, like I would say she's in the top 10 when it comes to one of my favorite characters in anime. And I truly agree with that. She is just such a prominent force in anime, and I just can't help but love Power. And you may be wondering, why? I'm wondering the same thing. I'm thinking, why? But how can you not love Power? Let's just go through the list, huh? She's strong and powerful. She one-shots all of the devils. Rest in peace, Sea Cucumber Devil. Rest in peace. May his sea cucumber-ness be felt through all of the earth. Really, who in the world is afraid of sea cucumbers, huh? That's crazy. But rest in peace, Sea Cucumber Devil, because he was no match for Power. Yeah, Power is great. Power is actually just great, honestly. I see no flaw with Power. I mean, she, of course, has character flaws. She's arrogant. She is strong-headed. Is that the word? But she definitely, takes things head on. She doesn't think. She does, right? Some could say she's simple-minded and not very intelligent in that sense, but she's been alive for a long time. My favorite trait about Power is something I learned in a comment on one of the compilations of her, and the comment said that apparently she speaks in some sort of medieval accent, or she speaks in a medieval way, which is just such a cool detail, in my opinion, that she speaks in a medieval way. So badass, honestly. And, yeah, she has her character flaws, but she is kind of simple. And simple is not a bad thing. Like I was saying, you could have all these complex, diverse characters, a rich history, Batman, his parents died, and now he faces that trauma by beating up criminals, and writers have been making his story so deep and complex, and that is reflected on how he interacts with Nightwing, his adopted son, or Damian Wayne, his actual son, or Jason Todd. You know, everything about Batman, everything around him, you could see as a reader is a reflection of himself in some way or another, right? And that's deep, that's complex in a story, but power's simple. She just wants to kill things. She wants to destroy them hard, and goddamn it, she loves her cat. You can't get any more simpler than that. And I don't know, there's something about it. It just, you need simple characters in the story. You know, complex characters, they're great. You know, you can enjoy every detail about them, and you can talk about them to the moon. But simple characters, you can do the same thing with them because they're just that great. The way, you know, the way they are in the world is perfect, and you don't need anything deeper than that. You know, you can have a character as complex as, I don't know, I was gonna compare Power to another Chainsaw Man character, but I mean, I barely know these characters because, like I said, I've only watched the anime. But you can have a character as complex as Light Yagami, right? Or L, you know. Or you can have a character as simple as Power, you know. Or geez, if you guys are My Hero Academia fans, I'm not much of I'm actually quite the My Hero Academia hater, especially even before the ending, honestly. I think it fell down after season like 2 or 3, honestly. That's when I definitely stopped watching. I should have stopped watching at season 1, honestly. But if you guys are My Hero Academia enjoyers, you know, you can have a complex character such as Todoroki, you know, with his family, his father, his mother, you know, and how he lives with that through day and day, right? Or you can have a simple character like Deku. Yeah, I'll say it. Fuck you. Deku's a simple character. You can have a simple character like Deku, or you can have complex characters like Todoroki, and it's the same thing, you know, with Power. And then, you know, any other character you see on screen. Aki, I guess. Aki? You know who I'm talking about. It's been a while. You know, they need to come out with season 2 already. I'm already, you know, I'm fiending for more Power, you know. Power's just great. Power is just a great character. And at first, when I first saw her and she, like, took down Denji, I was like, oh, wow. Well, I don't know how to feel about that. But then when we learn, oh wow, she's doing all this for her cat, it's like, wow, you know, it's weird, right? It's such a ferocious character, so caring for a cat, and you know her, a little bit of her backstory about the cat, why the cat isn't so important, and even then, as deep as that is in a way, it's so the relationship. The background, the history, the motive behind her actions is so simple, so great that as someone who enjoys characters in stories, I appreciate that. And if you enjoy and literally any media, you should appreciate such a simple character. You know, you can have a super. Here's another great example. You can have a super simple character like Homelander. Like, of course, Homelander has his background like any other character, right? And there's some sort of like deepened narrative behind that, of course. But you know, it's simple. You know, come on, let's be honest here. He's simple, but not in a bad way. Of course not never in a bad way. Homelander fits his role perfectly. Or you can have a complex character like Butcher, you know, with his father, his mother. You seeing the similarities now? How he views Soups, how he views Homelander, how he's viewing his life overall. You know, his son, his wife, etc., etc. I guess it's not really his son, huh? But you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about, right? because the narratives, anime, TV shows, movies, whatever, they need their simple characters and their complex characters. Because if everything is complex in the narrative, it's gonna make the reader, some readers, some enjoyers, some viewers, some watchers, whatever, it's gonna make them lose track of it all, right? And it's gonna make you forget it's gonna make you forget the Dekus from the Bakugos, It's like, wait a minute, who's who? Makes people forget the distinctiveness of each character, I mean, sure, you can have each character complex, but if they're all the same story, or all the same happy story of that complexity, whatever, you're gonna forget. But when you have these simple characters, it's like, oh, Power is the one who controls the blood, and she fucking destroys shit. She's great. And then you can still have other characters like Denji. Denji is the one who really loves women, that's pretty good, right? You can still have a complex narrative, a complex story, complex everything, but simple things matter. They truly do.